everyone. This is another installment in my uncomfortable / angry / upsetting / just bad moments in K-pop that I want to discuss. Not because they're fun, but because I think it is important to talk about the issues presented, like privacy, double standards, hate, racism, and all of that bad stuff. Now, since I've already done a couple of these before, you can check them out after this video. Let's just dive in. I think you all know how this works by now. Just a short note that I will be sidestepping around certain words, but that is not because I believe they should be censored, but mostly because I want this video to not get flagged. And with that, we can now get into the video. So, according to what I found online, Aespa attended an event at an all-boys school, and they were mobbed, literally given no breathing room, no moving room, and some reports even state that they were touched without consent and harassed with cameras in their face. I definitely think that the company should have been more considerate and smart about the execution for this schedule and be wary about how high school boys act. Now, if it was up to me, I would have just said no to the entire idea of sending 4 young girls at their highest point of popularity yet, 2 of the members literally always being talked about for being the epitome of beauty, to a high school, period. But an all-boys one? Yeah, that's a train wreck waiting to happen. There was no reason for Aespa to have gone there, especially without proper security measures and a conversation with the school about discipline. And now, this is how I believe it should have been carried out. Aespa should have entered the school privately, not through a huge mob, and exited the same way. In the middle, they could have had their talk or their performance with the audience from upstage, always keeping that distance between themselves and the audience. And the school should have had strict repercussions in place regarding any misbehavior during the event. How did SM not even second guess Aespa's safety when idols are literally mobbed at airports? You really think that these idols wouldn't be harassed attending a literal high school? It shows you how out of touch companies can be, and I also want to briefly touch on the statement given by the school, which was a load of horseshit. The school didn't really care about the treatment that Aespa faced, but more about their reputation, saying the individuals who treated the members poorly were not from the high school, but were several outsiders who came to visit the event. Like it fucking matters which individual attended that school and which didn't, the issue is the lack of security on your part and on SM's part. But also, if Aespa was there to honor Lee Soo-man's school, why were outsiders even present? I should really just start my own company and start treating idols like they should be treated. And Jennie was targeted yet again for no reason. This time for allegedly photoshopping her body in pictures to appear slimmer than she actually is. A TikTok account that previously also made several videos putting down Blackpink members posted a video of Jennie dancing at the Jacquemus event in Hawaii. And she appears to be bloated, just like any normal human being. Just know that even people that are skinny and have perfectly flat tummies also get bloated after eating or drinking. And considering that this was at an event, I'm guessing Jennie did both. And some people try to act like this video was promoting body positivity, showing that real life is different from images. And while that may be true, it is not the case with this video. It was clearly not the intention that the original poster had. They just wanted to body shame Jennie by literally showing her being bloated, which is such a common thing that almost everyone experiences, and acted like she was doing something wrong by simply enjoying herself and not caring about how she looked at every single moment. So during a fan call, Han encountered a fan, not a stay, who had lingerie on and spoke to Han in a very suggestive manner, calling him baby, using certain words and speaking in a bedroom voice. And I did find the clip for it, and while I can't confirm her wardrobe, I can definitely see Han getting increasingly uncomfortable. And not shy uncomfortable, creepy uncomfortable. And her way of speaking was just a whole no thanks. I think it's really sad that if Han ended the call right there, rightfully due to his discomfort, he would probably be labeled rude, which is completely inconsiderate. Idols should be allowed to say no to absurd requests from fans and leave uncomfortable situations. I just feel so bad for him and hope to see better monitoring from JYP staff. There are quite literally so many instances of NCT being colorist and fatphobic that you can make multiple compilations, which is majorly concerning. And I really feel for the target members. After watching the many compilations that I've seen on YouTube, some even by NCT fans, Haechan has literally been called burnt like a million times because of his tan skin. And that is what Lucas is mocked for as well. With the way that some of these members always have their skin color at the tip of their tongue, it's almost like they genuinely have an issue with people who have darker skin. Because most of the time it's brought up unprovoked and has barely anything to do with the context. And the worst part about it is that NCT isn't a small group. In fact, it is one of the biggest groups, if not the biggest group in K-pop. And even the units individually aren't tiny. So I find it wild that no one out of the members has sat down to point out how disgusting this behavior is. Haechan has also faced countless fatphobic remarks throughout the years. This man is constantly the punching bag for every unit that he's in. And the way there are multiple examples of the members saying this to him on camera, can you even imagine how many times he would have had to listen to this off camera? A lot of fans also try to label this kind of interaction as friendly banter, and I'm quite an expert on this because my friends and I often mock each other, playfully, but I would never bring up their physical appearance, their past, or anything that I knew they were uncomfortable with, especially not in front of thousands of people. Friendly banter is not insults. There is nothing friendly about whatever is happening between these members, and I wouldn't be surprised if Haechan would grow to really despise how he looks because of how the members constantly point out his visuals as something negative. This is possibly the biggest reason I could never get into NCT despite liking some of their songs a lot, because the list of problematic behaviors is just way too long and I feel uncomfortable watching all of this unfold without saying anything. And it's especially annoying knowing that a lot of these behaviors are repetitive and have been called out in the past already, but some of the members just don't get it. I really hope that the members learn from this and understand that friendly banter has its limits. And they are already in an industry where their visuals are scrutinized at every single moment. They should not add on to the pile themselves. And of course, the wacky quirky cool girl of Aespa is back to remind you how funny it is to mock other cultures. But seriously, how hard was it to just follow the choreography? You were following a TikTok dance that 8 billion other people have done already. And I don't remember anyone doing that move. She really hasn't learned after lip-syncing the N-word, and maybe this is gonna sound harsh, but Giselle is the least biased member in Aespa. I mean, for a reason, but at this stage, do you really think you should be pulling shit like this? I mean, I guess it'll get you attention, but probably not the kind you want. Also, the cringy laugh she does afterwards like she did something so monumental, but I would hope she's learned her lesson, but knowing how these things go, we'll be back here in 6 months talking about something else that she did. And Giselle is not the only idol who's done this mocking gesture. In fact, so many idols have already done this or continue to keep doing it. And it's so disappointing because they're not respecting the dance move, they are mocking it. They laugh after they do this wacky crazy move, not understanding the significance it has to so many people. I'm gonna stop there because talking about this just gets me annoyed, and I think I should reserve all of this energy into making an entire video about this. So let me know if you want to see that. And that is all for this video. Again, I'm leaving super disappointed, and I know you probably feel the same way, but hopefully by discussing these things, we can get a better understanding of each other's perspective and educate ourselves on these topics so we know how to be better people in the future. If you liked this video or found it educational or just liked it, I guess, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. And comment below which one disappointed you the most, and if I were to make another part, what should I include? If you want to see more videos like this, check out the other parts, and I'll see you next time. Take care!